John here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Galaxy Z Flip 5. I don't know if I'm going to call it a review or not, but I will definitely be demonstrating the cover screen because that's what's new about this phone. It's what is different about this phone. I'll just say in passing that, when this thing is unfolded, it's very similar to a Galaxy S23 Plus. It's about the same exact size. It has good speakers. It has good microphones. It has good cameras. The only difference is that this one does not have a telephoto camera. It just has the standard camera and the ultra wide. Then another difference is that it has a side mounted fingerprint sensor rather than an under display fingerprint sensor. But when you use this thing unfolded, it's basically just like a regular slab smartphone. Those are the only differences between this phone and the S23 Plus. So I'm not going to go into any details about like performance and stuff like that. It's the same amount of memory, same processor. I will say that this starts at 256 gigabytes of storage, whereas the S23 Plus starts at 128. So you're getting more for the same money since they both technically start at $1,000. I have the phone on now. I'm on the home screen. It's unfolded. I'm just going to go ahead and close it.
Screen off. Ringer silent.
And now I'm going to demonstrate the cover screen. I had a lot of questions about the cover screen and whether or not it would work with TalkBack. So hopefully if you had some questions, this will help to answer most of those, if not all of them. I'm just going to press the side key to turn the screen on and unlock the phone because it's a fingerprint sensor, so it will unlock automatically.
Device unlocked. 3:06 p.m.
So it said the time, and that's what basically is on the screen when it first lights up.
3:06 p.m. Tuesday, August 15. Windows System UI.
That's the clock.
Camera.
Here's if you want to go open the camera. You could also just have double pressed the side key. And that is literally all that's on the cover screen when you first open it. Now you can, if you've ever used a Galaxy Watch, you can think of this as a similar interface to that. If you swipe two fingers to the right, that'll take you to the notifications.
Notifications.
And that's where I am now. I'll just swipe through them.
Do not disturb turned on until I turn it off. Windows sub launcher window. Ashley Dyer 3:06 p.m. The afternoon Telegram 3 notifications. Casting screen 3 p.m. Connected to Galaxy S23 Ultra. Clear all button.
And I guess that's the clear all button. So those are my notifications. A couple of observations I have about this is these don't have actions.
Casting screen 3 p.m. Connected to Telegram 3 notifications.
Telegram. If I swipe up.
Speech rate 161%. Speech rate 146%.
There's no action there and I can't set it to
Scroll.
Actions.
Characters.
So no actions here.
Scroll.
But I'll leave it on scroll for now. So the only way to dismiss a notification is to swipe it with two fingers. And as you know, that can be somewhat difficult. You could swipe away the wrong one. But as of now with TalkBack, that's the only way to dismiss a notification. Long pressing, double tapping and holding to long press doesn't do anything, but you can dismiss them that way. I will say, however, that actions do work on the cover screen. If you go into an app that supports actions, they will work. It's just the notification shade here does not have actions. So I'm going to go back to the clock.
3:09 p.m.
And I'm just going to swipe down from the top with two fingers.
Quick settings.
And that's how you get to quick settings.
Wi-Fi on button. Windows System UI. Sound on button. Bluetooth on button.
So these are all your quick settings. You can quickly get to these if you want to toggle them on or off. I'm going to do the back gesture.
3:09 p.m.
So the back gesture and the home gesture in TalkBack both work here. The back will obviously take you back and the home will take you back to the clock face. And I have navigation gestures enabled. So if I wanted to, I could swipe up from the bottom with two fingers to go home or back to the clock face and so on. All those gestures work.
Screen off. Ringer silent.
So I want to talk about TalkBack gestures really quick. All TalkBack gestures work on this display. which I was honestly surprised to find out. So even up to 4-finger gestures, tapping with 4 fingers, double tapping with 4 fingers, swiping with 4 fingers even works. If you can fit your fingers on the screen and you can do it, it will work. What doesn't work is anything that requires an overlay. So you can't bring up an actions menu. You can't bring up the TalkBack menu. You can't even hide the screen. You can do the gesture for hide screen if you have it set, and it will hide the screen internally, but it will not hide the cover screen. It will still be lit up. So that's something you definitely need to keep in mind. In fact, any app that requires a pop-up or an overlay will not work on the cover screen. So autofill will not work on the cover screen. Reading mode, for example, will not work on the cover screen because that requires an overlay. However, you can get most other apps to work on the cover screen, and I will demonstrate how to do that. I'm going to turn it back on here.
Device unlocked. 3:16 p.m.
Now, similar to a watch, I'm going to swipe left with 2 fingers to move through the widgets, and all these widgets are customizable. You can remove them if you don't want them. You can rearrange them if you want. So I have the first widget.
Apps. Page 2 of 13.
Is apps. And this is what these are the apps that Samsung lets you add to this launcher from within the regular phone settings. And these are the apps.
Maps.
Max, formerly HBO Max.
Messages. Messages.
Both Messages, Google and Samsung.
Netflix. WhatsApp. YouTube.
And that's it. That's all you can add to this specific screen. I'll show you how you can add basically any app later. And let's just open YouTube here. Wait, before I open YouTube, I just want to say these are all the apps it let me add from the apps I have installed. Obviously, there are some third-party apps here, so there could be some third-party apps that I did not have installed that could also be added here, but from everything I had installed on my phone, this is what I was able to add. I'm going to open YouTube, and then just going to scroll through and see what
5 minutes, 36 seconds. Bananas. Daniel Dale fact checks Trump claim against Fannie Willis. CNN. 22K views. How much YouTube paid me in one. Mayday Parade. Piece of your heart. Official music video. minus 3 minutes, 40 seconds. Go to channel Rise Records. 1.9 M views. 5 years ago. Play video.
So I'm going to open this music video, and then I'm going to double tap with 2 fingers to stop it.
Menu. Menu.
So
Enter full
funny
screen.
using cash right
Minimize
now in
button.
London because so few people use it. I just handed some coins to the.
You can now skip this ad.
So I just paused it using the TalkBack gesture to double tap with 2 fingers. So as you can see, YouTube is fully functional. I'm going to back out. Another time. I should be back on the
Latest videos.
Okay, one more time. I should be back on the launcher now.
Messages. Window sub-launcher window.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the next widget.
Calendar. Page 3 of 13.
So I don't have anything in my calendar, literally, so I'm just going to go to the next page.
Weather. Page 4 of 13.
Now you can swipe through.
Current location Chesapeake. Current temperature. Current location Chesapeake. Current temperature 97 degrees. Partly cloudy high 97 degrees low. 74 degrees feels like 100. Hourly. 4 p.m. Scattered thunderstorms. 96. 5 p.m. Scattered thunderstorms. 91 degrees.
So as you see, you could swipe through the forecast. You can also, each widget lets you scroll vertically. So if you swipe up with 2 fingers,
Daily.
it'll go down and you can
Life
see
index.
other information down here. But I'm going to swipe over to the next widget.
Recent calls. Page 5 of 13.
Recent calls.
Yesterday header. Dial pad button.
Here's where you could go if you wanted to just dial.
Outgoing call myself 4:07 p.m.
Here's where I called myself. What the heck? Let's do it again just to show you how.
Outgoing call myself call. Outgoing call myself. Call button.
So I double tap to open it, and now I can hit the call button.
Listen, press 1.
And I can open it,
Press 2.
Call.
Check receipt.
0 minutes 4
Press
seconds.
3.
and I can close
Screen
it.
up. Ring
So
silent.
closing it, hung up the phone. It was
Unlocked. Device unlocked.
It went straight to my voicemail because I was calling myself. So let's go back to
3:20 p.m. Tuesday, August 15th. Windows System UI.
where we were.
Apps. Page. Calendar. Weather. Recent calls. Page 5 of
Let's go to the
stopwatch.
next one.
Page 6 of 13.
There's a stopwatch. Not going to
Direct
demonstrate
dial.
that.
Page 7 of 13.
Direct dial This is where you can have your favorite contacts to quickly call them. Now, when you do call from with it folded shut, it will be using the speakerphone. Then when you unfold it, it will switch to the earpiece. And then when you fold it, it'll hang it up. So you can either open it, talk like a regular phone, or you can just have a discussion with speakerphone. And then when you're done, double tap with 2 fingers to hang up the phone call. See what's the next widget here.
Alarm. Page 8 of 13.
Here you can get all your alarms. I'm not going to swipe through all this stuff, but I will tell you that I have gone through it all, and it is basically all labeled, and you can use it.
Timer. Page 9 of 13.
Same with timer.
Steps. Page 10 of 13.
Steps. Let's see how much steps I have.
Wednesday, August 9th, 3,586 steps, not selected.
Not so bad for being at home all day.
Thursday, August 10th, 3,502 steps, not selected.
Okay, so I won't go through all this, but I'm going to go to the next widget.
Daily activity. Page 11 of 13.
This is a similar
Wednesday,
thing.
August 9th, 3580. Thursday, August 10th, 3502 steps. Friday, August 1146. Tuesday today, 2,301 steps. Active time 25 minutes. 109 activity calories.
So all your health information if you have a watch.
Launcher. Page 12 of 13.
Okay, now this, what is calling 12 of 13, even though it's the last page, is a launcher for all the other apps you want to add here. And what you're going to notice
unlabeled button
is unlabeled buttons.
Telegram button. Telegram button.
And then all of these say Telegram.
Telegram button.
And I'll tell you why. This is a launcher that you can add to the cover screen using GoodLock. So you'll need to install GoodLock and then install Multistar and then go to iHeart Foldables and enable this launcher. And then you can add basically any app that you want to this launcher and it'll be able to be used on the cover screen. The only problem is that the apps that you add here are not labeled and you can't bring up the TalkBack menu to label them. However, I got the bright idea that I was going to use a voice command to label them. So the first one was Telegram. I labeled it Telegram, but it relabels all of them.
Screen off. Ringer silent.
So it just changes them all from unlabeled to whatever you label one. And there's still no way to differentiate them from each other. So if you want to, unfortunately, in the state it is now, if you want to use this launcher to manually launch apps, you will need to remember the order that the apps are in when you've put them here, because there won't be any way to differentiate them. That being said, if you do add apps to this GoodLock launcher, which I'll show you how to add later, they will work on the cover screen. It makes it, not only does it add them to the launcher, but it makes them so they can work on the cover screen. And you can launch them from the cover screen by using Bixby. So I'll demonstrate that.
Device unlocked. 3:24 p.m.
So I'm just back on the regular clock face. Open Telegram.
Opening Telegram.
Gary. Online. Group. Blind Android users chat. Muted. 2 new messages.
So I'm going to go
Received
in
at
here.
27 group. Blind Android users chat. Muted. 2 new messages. Received at 2:17. Blind Android users chat. Go back button. Search button. Unlabeled button. Topic. General.
I'm
23
going to
new
go in
messages.
the general topic.
Received at 2:17. Topic. General. 23 new messages.
And now,
Message edit box.
keep in mind, I'm still on the cover screen. So I'm doing all this from the cover screen. I'll go in this edit box.
English. US QWERTY shown.
And now here's the keyboard. It's a full keyboard, but you have to use Samsung keyboard. You cannot use Gboard. There's no way to switch the keyboard. And I've tried the TalkBack keyboard. That also does not work. So you have to use Samsung keyboard. So there is a Samsung voice input on the keyboard that you can press, but I'm going to see if pressing and holding the side key also works. So I'm going to press and hold the side key. This is a test.
Test.
And let go. Let's see what's there.
Send. Editing. This is a test. Edit box message.
Okay, so you don't even have to find the button on the keyboard. You can just say, this is a test, or whatever you want to say, while you're holding the side key, and then when you release the side key, it'll stop listening. I'm going to back out of the keyboard.
Message edit box. Attach media button. Record voice message.
just leave a voice message real quick. So I double tapped and held. And of course, I was already talking. Let me swipe left. Okay, so I felt it vibrate to start recording, just like normal Telegram. And then I swiped left. I didn't want to put the message in the group, so I swiped left to dismiss. But it works exactly like you would expect. And when you open the phone,
3:30 p.m. General.
you're
Gary.
still where you were.
Message edit
So
box.
I'm still here in the same topic, same screen. And when you close it,
Screen off.
it
Ringer
closes
silent.
it. And when you
Device
turn the screen
unlocked.
back on,
3:30 p.m.
it goes back to the home screen. But if you open Telegram, open it again, it will be the same place you left off. So it's, again,
Message edit box. Window general.
it's like you can switch between the screens and you don't have to, the app doesn't restart. Basically, you can pick up where you left off. So I'm going to go home, did the home gesture. So I'm back on the clock.
3:31 p.m. Tuesday, August 15th. Windows System UI.
And I'm just going to show you, let's open Gmail. Open Gmail.
Opening Gmail.
Hopefully there's nothing here.
Primary
that I don't-
window mail.
Okay, so instead of swiping down to the messages, I'll swipe to the right with 4 fingers to go to the next container, and that should take me to the compose button.
Compose button.
So as you can see, just like in the regular app, everything works like it
Selected
should.
mail. 39 new notifications tab.
So the next container went to the mail tab, and
Meet
if I
tab.
swipe right, meet, and you can read your messages, reply to everything just as you normally would. I'm going to show you one more example of an app on the cover screen. Open News.
Opening news.
So here I am in Google News.
The Associated Press. Trump and 18 allies charged in Georgia
I'm going to
election.
swipe.
Biden. Local News 3 WT News 3. Headlines.
I'm going to go down a bit. See if we can find some
Engadget.
tech news.
Comcast debut storm. Ready Wi-Fi device
Okay,
ahead of
so I'm
hurricane
gonna
season.
open
6
this.
hours. Comcast debut storm. Ready Wi-Fi device ahead of hurricane season.
So I told you earlier, but you cannot use reading mode, right? However, if you want to,
Full coverage.
you can share.
Share button.
And from here,
Speech Central. Window share.
I'm going to share to Speech Central.
Media control. Comcast debut storm. Ready Wi-Fi device ahead of hurricane season. Engadget.com.
Comcast debut storm-ready Wi-Fi device ahead of hurricane season.
And as you
It
can
has a
see,
4-hour battery life and works as a Wi-Fi extender day to day. A storm often evokes
it started playing it. I double tapped with 2 fingers to pause it, but I can resume it and turn the screen off.
a storm often evokes a desire to feel safe inside your home and able to communicate with loved ones or emergency personnel. Yet, electric and landline
And
connections
it'll
are often
keep
the first
playing.
systems to go down.
Use device
Comcast is attempting to solve this problem with the release of
Okay,
storm-ready
so-
Wi-Fi. A connection.
I stopped that. That was the last thing I wanted to kind of demonstrate. So you can do a lot. You can't do everything, but you can do a lot from this screen, even using TalkBack. Obviously, it could get a lot better, and I hope I have outlined the shortcomings. But I'm going to show you how to adjust some of these settings and stuff. I'm going to open it up.
3:34 p.m.
Go home.
Home. Search. Double tap and drag. Bixby. Close
Open
Bixby.
settings.
Settings. Search.
So there's a setting for the
Wallpaper
cover
and style
screen.
wallpapers. Themes wallpapers icon. Home screen layout app icon badges. Lock screen lock type always. Cover screen clock style widgets.
So here it is. You're going to want to go to cover screen.
Cover screen. Navigate up button.
And here's where you could change your clock face. You can adjust which widgets you want.
Cover screen timeout 30 seconds.
You can change the timeout.
Notifications heading. Show notifications if lock screen notifications are turned off or set to hide content notifications won't show on the cover screen either on switch. Turn on screen for notifications on switch. Quick responses.
So you
Tip.
can customize your quick responses.
Apps allowed on cover screen lapse.
And this is where you'll go to add apps to the home screen. In that first widget I showed you where I had both messages and WhatsApp and Netflix and so on. And now I'm going to show you how to add the multi-star launcher using Good Lock.
Bixby. Close
Open
Bixby.
Good Lock.
Good lock. Good lock. Unlabeled button. Detected. Icon. Chat.
You go near the
Selected.
bottom
Life
right.
up tab.
You select Life Up.
Selected. Routines plus various features have been added to Bixby Multistar. Experience the improved multi-window.
It's at the top of my list because I've already installed it, but if you don't have it yet, you'll need to install it. It'll be in this list and it'll take you to the Galaxy Store listing. I'm going to open Multistar.
Multistar. More options button. iGalaxy Foldable. You can make your foldable even more convenient.
I Heart Galaxy Foldable. Go there.
Multistar. iGalaxy Foldable. Navigate up button. Cover widgets heading. Launcher widget. Launch application on the cover screen.
This is where you'll go.
Multistar. Navigate up button.
And this is the screen where you have a whole list of apps.
At voice. A couple of TTS voices. Accessible Android. Advanced Braille keyboard.
That you can add to this launcher. And like I said, it will be unlabeled, but just adding it to the launcher will make it so that it will work on the external screen if you use Bixby to open it. And also if it's an app you're going to want to be using, like when I demonstrated Speech Central, that would not have worked. It would have just given me a message that said, open your screen to continue. But because I had added Speech Central to this launcher here, it made it so that it just continued it on the cover screen. So anything that you're going to want to be using on the cover screen, just go through this list and add them all to the launcher. Just keep in mind that as of now, there's no way to label them and tell them apart from each other when you actually go to that launcher widget. So,
Screen off. Ringer silent.
I hope this has been informative. I just wanted to demonstrate what I've found so far. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't expect it to be as accessible as it is, although there's a lot of room to grow, and hopefully over time it will get better. But as of now, the hardware is there. So like I mentioned, the actual screen works with all the gestures. So it works with 4 fingers at a time. It can detect 4 touches at once, which I was not expecting, and it works pretty well. There's a lot you can do from that screen. And like I mentioned earlier, when it's unfolded, it's just a regular Samsung Galaxy phone. You don't even have to fold it ever if you don't want to. You could just hit the side key to turn off the display and put it in your pocket, unfold it if you want. I don't recommend that because the internal screen is not Gorilla Glass or anything like that and can be easily damaged. But if that's how you want to use it, that's how you can use it. All right. So I guess that's all I have to say about it. I'll stop running my mouth now. But thank you for listening.